Hi there, this is Ranjit from tech2buzz.com, and in this video we're going to do the full review of the Samsung Galaxy S Advance. And this is a mid-range Android phone by Samsung, and in India it sells for around 21,500 to 20,000. That's the street price, and this is a very good phone. And let me first give you a physical overview of the phone. And this phone sports a 4-inch LCD screen. That's a Super AMOLED screen with a resolution of 480 by 800 pixels, and the screen is actually pretty good. And I've tested this phone even in bright sunlight, and if you keep the brightness settings to auto, it's even legible in direct sunlight, so that's pretty nice. And the viewing angles also are pretty good because of the Super AMOLED screen. So thumbs up to the screen. I have no issues with the screen. Moving towards the top, actually we have nothing, and on this side we just have the power button, that's on off button, and it's pretty tactile, nothing over here. And at the bottom we have the 3.5mm headphone jack, the microphone pinhole, micro USB slot for charging and syncing the phone, and on this end we have the volume rocker. And if we go towards the back, we get a 5 megapixel autofocus camera with a LED flash, and this camera can also shoot videos in 720p. We also have a nice speakerphone grill, and I'm happy to say that this grill is pretty loud. I didn't expect it to be this loud, and it's pretty clear. And we have the Samsung logo over here, nothing here, and this is actually a texturized plastic, so it is easier to grip, so that's pretty nice. And moving towards the front, we have the array of normal sensors that we get. Here we have the 1.3 megapixel front facing camera, we have the proximity sensor, we have the light sensor, ambient light sensor, and we have the nice speaker grill. And I'm happy to say that the voice quality that I found on this phone is pretty good. I would rate it as 9 out of 10. And going down, we have one physical home button, and let me just unlock the phone. This is the home button, and we have two touch type capacitive buttons. That this is for the menu and this is for the back. And currently this phone ships with the Android version 2.3.6, that's the gingerbread. And as of now, Samsung has not mentioned anything about the ice cream sandwich update for this phone, though the hardware is fully capable, because the processor in this phone is a 1 gigahertz dual core processor, and the RAM is 768 MB, and the internal storage that is provided specifically in this Indian version is 16 GB of storage. Let me show you that. Let's just go to storage, and the internal USB storage free available is approximately 11.5 GB, and again we have almost 2 GB for your apps. And you can further expand the storage by adding a micro SD card up to 32 GB. So storage is not an issue with this phone. Again, one thing I find missing on this phone is we do not have a physical LED notification light. And this phone is actually pretty comfortable to hold, and it fits comfortably in your palm, and you can reach almost all parts of the screen without any issues. Also, the Wi-Fi on this phone is pretty good. It supports the dual band, that's the 2.4 gigahertz as well as the 5 gigahertz band. And I have to say the Wi-Fi performance that I got was very good. For example, I'm on my internet connection is a 15 Mbps connection, and we are connected via Wi-Fi, and I'm just going to run the Wi-Fi test, and as you can see, it is almost maxing out my internet connection here. And I'm happy to say that the Wi-Fi performance is very good, because in some of the budget Android phones, the Wi-Fi performance is so it doesn't go above 7 or 8 Mbps. So that's very good, and the range was also decent. Now as we are connected to the Wi-Fi, let me just quickly launch the browser. And this is the web browser. And the good thing is that this web browser does support Flash out of the box, and I tested it with a couple of embedded videos, and I was able to play them without any issues. Also, the keyboard is very comfortable to type. Let's go to Engadget website now. And it has loaded the mobile version of Engadget website, and as you can see, the kinetic scrolling etc. is very smooth, so that's pretty nice. Let's go to the desktop version now. Again, it loaded it pretty quickly, I would say. And as you can see, again, the kinetic scrolling etc. is very smooth. So in terms of web browsing, this is a great phone. You won't have any issues with the same. Let's do the pinch to zoom gesture and see. and again that is also pretty smooth. And the SAMOLED screen is, I would say, pretty nice. It's pretty crisp, so everything is very easily legible. So that's the web browsing, no issues with the same. Regarding the user interface, this runs the Samsung TouchWiz UI 4, and you can do this gesture to get up to the 7 home screens. You can rearrange the home screens if you like this. You can remove extra home screens if you want. And this is the app tray, and you can also do this gesture in the app tray to see 4 trays if you have. So that's pretty nice. We also get a built-in task manager, and I'm just going to exit all these apps that are running on the phone. And physically the RAM that is on the phone is about 786 MB or so, but out of that only this much is available to you. I would say about 260 MB is available to you. Regarding the storage, again, as I have mentioned, for apps you get a roomy 2 GB of storage, so that's not an issue. And the USB storage by default you get is about 11.5 GB. Again, you can just add a micro SD card and easily expand the storage if you like. Again, this phone accepts a standard normal GSM SIM. So regarding the UI, I don't have any problem, and while using the phone normally I did not find any lag or anything like that. Now let me talk a little bit about the media playback. I tested this phone with a couple of 720p videos, and I was able to play the same without any issues. For example, this is the gallery app, and let me just play this video. I'm going to use the MX player. You can download this player from the market. It's free. And as you can see, this is a 720p HD video with a very high bit rate, and it plays that flawlessly. Also see the quality of the Super AMOLED screen, because and even tilt the screen to extreme angles, then also the picture is visible. So it's great for watching videos, etc. Regarding the camera on this phone, the phone's rear facing camera is a 5 megapixel shooter, but it's a little bit slow to focus. I would say you get this tap to focus functionality, but it takes a while. I would say about a second or almost 2 seconds for it to focus. And now when you get this green tab, you can click and take a photograph. The quality of photographs, I would say, is pretty decent for a 5 megapixel shooter. But again, the autofocusing is not the fastest. It's pretty slow, I would say. Again, I have taken a couple of snaps here, and this is the one that we took just right now. And this is what I took in my office in artificial light completely. This is also in completely artificial light without flash, and it does a decent job. And this was taken in broad sunlight. I'm just going to show these photographs in full screen so that you can get an idea about the same. All these photographs were taken in completely artificial light. This is semi-indoors during the day, and this was taken in bright sunlight. Overall, I would say the camera is decent, not the best, but for a 5 megapixel shooter, it is pretty good. Also, you can toggle between the front-facing camera, and we can also toggle between video shooting modes. And the maximum resolution supported by the video is 720p. So bottom line regarding the camera, it's a good camera, but just be sure that it does take quite a while for it to focus, so you need to be patient. Regarding the battery life, this phone has a 1500 milliampere battery, and I would say the battery life is okay by Android standards. So expect with normal usage, you can expect a battery life of a day, but again, don't expect it to run about 2 days. With Spartan usage, yes, you can get 2 days of usage if you shut off 3G and just stay on 2G. But overall, I would say very decent battery life by Android phone standards. Now let me show you the dialer. This is the standard dialer that you get, and I'm just going to dial one number. And also do notice that you get 3G video calling with this phone. And I'll just call this number, and I'll switch on the speakerphone so that you can get an.
Welcome to Vodafone. We are happy to help you.
So as you can see, the speakerphone is also pretty decent. And now let me just quickly launch this Temple Run game. This is the first time I'm launching this game on this phone. And the GPU also on this phone is pretty decent, and with the 1 GHz dual core processor, you should not have a problem playing most of the games. Just want to lower the volume. and as you can see, it is so smooth to play this game, no issues, and the sensitivity of the screen is also very good, I would say. So that's Temple Run, and as you can see, no issues, there was no drop in the frame rate, etc. So I'm just going to get out of the same. And to give you a better idea about the graphic performance, let us first go to the task manager and kill all active apps, and let's just go to Nina Mark II, and this will test the GPU performance, the graphic processor on the phone. So this will test how good the gaming performance of this phone is, and I would say it's pretty nice because it's touching about 38 to even 40. About 32, and we get a score of 35.4, and I would say that's a very good score for the Nina Mark, and that means you should be able to play most of the games without any issues on this phone. According to Nina Mark II, the GPU is Mali 400, and now again let me kill those tasks and let us just run the quadrant standard benchmark, and I'll run the full benchmark, and let's see what score do we get. I'll just skip quickly, I don't want to show you all this, I'll just quickly skip directly to the scores, and it has completed the benchmark. So let's just proceed and see what score we got. And it says our device got a score of 2784, and I have to say it is pretty impressive. The score is pretty good, and let me just give you a breakdown. Here it's given the total score is 2784. Out of that, the CPU got a healthy score of 3796, memory is 2101, IO is 5346, 2D is 327, and 3D is 2351. So again, a very good score in the quadrant benchmark. And now I have one more benchmark, and that's the NTUTU benchmark. And this is the first time I'm running this on this phone, so I have no idea what score we'll get. And we just start the test. And I'm just going to quickly skip and directly show you the results, because this test does take quite a while to finish. And the benchmarking is done, and we got a total score of 5234, and I have to say that's pretty impressive. Out of that, the CPU got a score of 2440, RAM 731, the GPU got a score of 1459, and IO 604. So that's the score, 5234. Again, I would say a pretty good score. Again, based on the benchmarks as you have seen, and from my personal experience of using this phone, this is a very snappy phone. I did not experience any lag or anything like that. And you can also easily play most of the latest 3D games on this phone. And overall, my impression about this phone is very positive. Because of the price factor, because this is a higher end mid-range phone, but you do get features of some of the high-end phones like a dual-core processor, and also it's a very snappy phone and the gorgeous Super AMOLED screen. So I am like pretty impressed with this unit, and for the price of around 22,000 rupees in India, this is a great Android phone. I hope you found this video helpful. That's it for now. This is Ranjit from tech2bus.com, and I hope to see you in my next video.